I'm Aiden.
I'm Natasha.
We're at the LA Kings versus Golden Knights game, and you're watching Post to Post.
Hello and welcome to Post, the channel where we discuss all things hockey and all teams. You think I wouldn't be this excited after the Montreal Canadiens just lost a game, but you know what? I am, because there's a very important game on tonight. It's the Nashville Predators versus the Vegas Golden Knights. It's already started. I have it paused upstairs. I'm really looking forward to going and watching it, but I wanted to talk to you guys about something first, and it's the Vegas Golden Knights. And there's so many things going right with the Vegas Golden Knights, and I've kind of put this video off and just talking about them in general because 3 weeks in they were doing so well, and I said to myself, I need to see 2 more weeks of this team to really give an opinion. And then 2 weeks go by, and I say to myself, I think I need 2 more weeks to really give an opinion about this team. And then that happened like 3 more times, and we're at the point now where we're halfway through the season. Well, actually, Vegas isn't. They've only played 37 games. One of the fewest of any NHL team, maybe the fewest of any NHL team. They played 37 games of their 82-game schedule, so they're not even halfway there yet. Some teams have already played their half game. Most teams around 40-41 games. So the fact that Vegas is at the top of the Western Conference in points with 54 as I'm making this video. Maybe they'll win tonight and go to 56, I don't know. But the fact that they're at 54 points in 37 games is really unbelievable for an expansion franchise. And this team is filled with misfits and castaways from other teams who didn't want them. And here they are, every single player on that team, knowing they're a castaway, knowing they're that misfit, working together to prove a point. To prove a point that, hey, I'm worth more than you think I was. William Karlsson is the perfect example of that. There's 3 Karlssons in the NHL. Guess who's the best Karlsson in the league right now? Is it Melker Karlsson for the San Jose Sharks? He's pretty good, but no, it's not. Well, it's got to be Erik Karlsson. Erik Karlsson, the former Norris Trophy winner, probably one of the best offensive defensemen in the league, maybe one of the best Swedish players of all time, about to make a ton of money. No, it's not Erik Karlsson. It's not at all. It's William Karlsson of the Vegas Golden Knights. Let's talk about him just briefly. He spent time with Columbus before coming to Vegas. And he didn't really find his spot in Columbus. He was prospected to be really a really powerful two-way forward. But when he got to Columbus, he didn't really have that fit. And I don't really know why. I don't know if it was a structure kind of thing with the system that they played. But man, is he proving a point in Vegas. He is all the prospecting done on him is really coming to play here in Vegas. When he was in Columbus, he played, I think, 165 games. And he had 47 points, I believe. 47 points in 165 games or whatever it was. He's played 30, actually I have it here. He's played 37 games, so he's played out all of their games. He's got 20 goals and 13 assists for 33 points. So I think he spent 2 full seasons with Columbus for sure. 2 81-game seasons. He missed one game of his last 2 seasons with Columbus, or 1 in each season, sorry. And he had 20 points in one and 25 points in the other. And he's already got 33 and 37 games played. William Karlsson is like playing out of this world hockey. He's just, I don't know if it's, how do I word this? I don't know if it's the fact that Columbus let him go and he's trying to prove a point, or if he actually is fitting in with the structure and system in Vegas, or if it's the fact that he really just gets along with Gerard Gallant. And Gerard Gallant is an incredible coach. He's from PEI. I live on PEI. Gotta love that hometown boy there. But I think that his structure and his willingness to be not only a coach to his players, but to be a friend with his players. It's well known that Gerard Gallant is a coach's player. or a player's coach, sorry. Players love to play for Gerard Gallant because he's not just their coach, he's their friend. He actually cares about them on a personal level and laughs with them and stuff. And not all coaches do that. And it's not necessarily the right way to coach. I mean, everyone's different. Everyone has success different ways, but it's undeniable that Gerard Gallant is getting success with that team. The way that he has structured that team, the way that he has them playing, it's pretty remarkable, really. And the team in general is probably the best 5-on-5 team in the league right now, in my personal opinion. I wanted to title this video, "The Vegas Golden Knights are scary good in every single category," but they're actually not. The Vegas Golden Knights are 20th on the power play and 22nd on the penalty kill. So they really actually kind of struggled a bit on the power play and on the penalty kill, the special teams. But 5-on-5, I don't know if there's a better 5-on-5 team. It's all about effort level. Every single line, and I have the lines here. I have them memorized for the most part, but David Perron, Haula, and Neal, first line. My favorite player on that line is Haula. Like, just if you get a chance to watch Vegas, just watch Haula play a 200-foot game. It's really incredible. He backchecks so well. He has such a smart hockey mind. He knows where to be when the puck isn't, like, there's times where he doesn't pay attention to the puck and he's concentrating on backchecking and covering his man. And because he's watching everyone else on the ice, he knows where the puck is, and he can make predictions and moves to break away from the players without even looking at the puck, because he knows it's coming. This is the kind of chemistry that Vegas has. It's pretty remarkable. On the second line, Smith, Carlson, and Marchessault. I can't say enough good things about Marchessault, seriously. Third line, Leipzig, Eakin, and Tuck. Cody Eakin, when he played for Dallas, he was a second-line center for a good majority of his time there. And for a moment during injuries a couple years ago, he was playing on the first line. So the fact that you have Cody Eakin centering your third line tells me that the depth up the middle of Vegas and the chemistry up the middle is exactly where you need it to be. These are guys who aren't superstars, aren't going to light the lamp every single night. They're just going to work hard and they're going to get stuff done. So seeing Cody Eakin on the third line center, that has to make you feel good. If we jump to the fourth line, Lindbergh, Bellemare, and Nosek. Bellemare, I mean, I was never a huge watcher of Bellemare. I knew who he was. I followed his career a little bit, but I've never really specifically paid attention to Bellemare, and I have the last month. He does so many good little things. He does so many little things good or well. He's another one of those players that really has that awareness of what's going on the ice when he's not following the puck. He creates a lot even on the fourth line. Vegas is so deep. It's all about effort level. Completely, it's all about effort level. These guys aren't superstars. They compete at 110% every single night. Gerard Gallant gets the best out of them. And one thing they do really, really well is the breakout game. And I noticed this against the Toronto Maple Leafs a couple of nights ago. A lot of teams do this three-man breakout, and then they drop it to the defenseman or the forward, and then the forward comes up, and it's to stop play, or stop the defenders in their tracks, get them to skate forward a little bit, and then the idea is to blow by them with that last man in with the puck. I hate when teams do that, and sometimes it works. Washington does it very well. A few other teams do it very well. Nashville did it tremendous job last year in the playoffs with it. But the Vegas Golden Knights don't do that very often. And I want to show you an example. I'm going to show you a picture. And this was on the power play. They were doing a 5-man spread breakout out of their zone. And it threw Toronto for a complete loop. It was unbelievable. Toronto didn't know how to handle it. And they did it multiple times. And they dominated portions of that game because of it. They went 5 wide coming out of their zone. And Toronto didn't know where to attack. They didn't know where to defend. It was crazy. There was a name for it. Dad told me it was called fireman rush or fire station rush or whatever. You just it's like there's a fire and everyone just attacks. And they used to do it in the 70s, apparently. I don't remember that. Obviously, I wasn't born then. But it's pretty cool to see a team now do that and just really have the chemistry and confidence to break out 5 wide out of their own zone. And Toronto is one of the most opportunistic offensive teams in the league. They can turn over the puck like nobody's business. And Vegas is like, yeah, we don't really care. We don't care. We're just going to go 5 wide up the ice, and we're going to pass it back like we're the Harlem Globetrotters. We don't care. We're just going to get it done. And they did. I can't explain it. They just have that chemistry. Some teams do, some teams don't. The Vegas Golden Knights do. And I thought I'd bring out the board for this. I want to show you guys just an example of what I explained earlier of what normal teams do versus what Vegas does. So let's hit the board. Okay, so as you can see, I have a very straight-lined rink drawn here. I am quite the artist. Wow, those are some strange straight lines there. Okay, so this is the zone we're going to be working with, the technically the defensive zone, and we're going to be breaking out of this zone. And this is going to be Vegas, and this is going to be Toronto in this example. And like I said, most teams do kind of a defensive pattern. Like, I guess we'll use a different color. We'll use Toronto can be pink. And we'll just say that Toronto has just a general 3-2 setup, defensive setup. And Vegas, or we'll just say that most teams break out usually with kind of the same setup, the 3 and the 2, and they break up moving this way. And usually they force it to the boards, or they dump it, or they try and make passes in the center, blah, 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 blah. And this is generally the way that most teams break out. It changes team by team. It changes situation by situation. It depends on who has the puck, what line's out there. There's so many things that go into it. But this is generally what happens. And a lot of the times on the power play, and just in general, you'll see maybe a winger will drop back to this. Or maybe this is the defenseman, and this winger has actually started to turn in this way and coming around expecting the drop pass because that's what they practice. And then you'll see this guy take this pass here and then move up. When this guy drops the puck back, instead of these guys continuing to skate back like they are defending, they stop because they see the puck go this way, and out of reaction they want to attack or move up to redefend the upcoming person. And what that happens, and sometimes it works, is these guys have no speed because they've stopped, and this guy is flying. And that really generates a lot of plays up in the boards. Wow, that's a terrible arrow. Up in the boards. Could potentially get a breakaway and blow by these defensemen. It happens not very often, but that's one of the ways that certain teams break out. And I'm going to show you what the Vegas Golden Knights do a lot of the time. Okay, so I got the board cleared. I'm going to draw back in my Toronto Maple Leaf players. And what Vegas did during that game, and a few other games I've seen them do, they will come out of the zone. They start back here, all 5 of them. And they will all break up the ice together, all with speed. They really utilize their speed. They're a fast team. And they'll attack with these 5 points. And sometimes this winger will take the puck and throw it into the middle, and then it'll come back to him this way. But all together, they will all move up the ice like this and generate a play. A lot of the times they'll dump it in, and because they have this speed, they're always the first man in on the puck when it gets into that zone. And from there, they can generate plays back along the boards and drop back to the defenseman, set up here, cross pass to the defenseman, shoot, make plays. It all stems from their own defensive zone or their own zone and breaking out. They really utilize that speed with a 5-man rush. It's a pretty special thing to see, actually. So if you get a chance to watch Vegas, specifically on the power play, look for this play. You might see it. All right, guys, thank you very much for sticking around for that. I really appreciate that. I wasn't planning on making this video tonight, but I was just so, I was just looking at the lineup of Vegas and looking at the stats, and I was so excited to watch the Vegas-Nashville game that I'm like, man, I got to go down and talk about some Vegas. I was so excited. So I put on my Vegas sweater, put on my Vegas hat, and here I am. But, unrelated to Vegas, I just want to show you something really quick. And Dad and I are going to talk about this. Sorry, Brent. I got him this for Christmas. It is the new 100-year Centennial outdoor game jersey that you saw December 16th, Ottawa Senators versus the Canadiens. I knew I liked this jersey, especially a lot more than the Ottawa one. I thought the Ottawa one was ugly, but I did like this. I didn't realize how much I would like this in person. It's beautiful. We're going to do a jersey review video on this. I'm going to do it with Brent. He's going to join me. But I just wanted to show you guys just really quickly some of the little tiny subtle pieces that I really like about this jersey, like this patch. It's going to be hard for you guys to see because it's so far away, but it's a Centennial patch, and I'll show close-up pictures of this and stuff when we actually do the jersey review coming in a few days. But I just want to show you a few little things here. They've got the throwback quote up here, the Flanders Fields. They've got the French logo here for the Hockey League. I really like that. That's a really smart touch. The logo itself is a lot more shiny with the silver. What else? Oh, this is the best part for me. It's going to be hard for you guys to see, but they have the years here along the silver piece on the arms that shows every single year that they won the Stanley Cup on both arms. I thought that was just a brilliant touch. I really liked that a lot, and it's just a really nice jersey. I love it a lot, and I'll probably get one someday if it ever goes on sale again. I'll get it. I got it for $70 on Lids. There was a huge sale just before Christmas or just after Christmas. I can't remember. So this is his, and after seeing this in person, I totally regret not buying myself one, but maybe in the future when it goes on sale. Nothing I need right now or anytime soon, but just something for the future. So thanks, guys, for sticking with me for this video. I appreciate that. If you liked the video, hit the like button. If you're new to this channel, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one. Adios.